Happy Monday.
It's Monday.
Hesitation for anticipation.
It is officially October now, though.
It is. It is.
Even though the wonderful temperatures will not make it feel like it's fall.
Well, yes. But I'm sure we're going to get ours.
I know. You're going to remind me of me
about it.
saying this like in
No.
December, and you're going to be like, remember when you were complaining that it was warm?
Yeah. It'll be.
It's okay.
Well, I'm curious, first of all.
Okay.
Why do people still say, and maybe it's people just of a certain age that they say, oh, that we're going to get it this winter. You know what they say, if there's a such and such spring or summer or fall, then this winter, ooh, it's going to be a rough one. It's like nobody knows.
I
Nobody
think it
knows.
goes back to the whole like farmer's almanac thing where like they used to think they could predict that all.
I want to know how reliable that is.
I think there's people listening that would probably say it used to be very reliable, but now with...
But is that because it was consistent and pre climate change?
I think it's all that pre-climate change things. Nowadays, you can't predict nothing.
But then again, everybody else is, not everybody, but a lot of people are like, oh, well, climate change is this and climate change is that, or it's always been happening. The world is always, it's like nobody knows. Nobody knows anything. Get Neil deGrasse Tyson on the phone. I need to talk to him about the world.
This is what I've always said, and I told my child this a long time ago, and he didn't listen.
What?
That if you want to get a job, be a job as a weather person, because you can always be wrong and you can't get fired.
That's fair.
I'm telling you. So any kid out there looking for their career choice, be the weather person.
Meteorologist
Be a weather
is what you should be.
Be the weather person. Because they don't fire you when you're wrong.
Although in Back to the Future 2, 2015, they had the weather figured out. You remember that? It should be done raining in, wait for it.
I do remember that.
Done.
Yeah.
And then he says, it's too bad the Postal Service can't be as reliable as the weatherman.
That is true. That is true.
So anyway.
But how many people use the Postal Service nowadays? When's the last time you used one of those forever stamps and mailed a letter?
Oh, that's been a long time. We got not great about sending Christmas cards. I used to try to do it, and I feel bad when I get it from other members of the family or other friends.
Right.
Because I feel like I've dropped the ball, but it used to bother me more. Now I'm just like, it is what it is.
We're going to put it on your to-do list this year.
Well, and a lot of
Christmas
times
cards.
I'll get a picture, but then I'll just put it on Facebook,
That's true.
as the cover photo.
I think that is a change for our generation.
Yeah, but I feel bad,
Yeah.
for my great uncle and other people that they actually spend the time to write. And I know it's not just for me,
Right.
and they're probably not even thinking about me per se
I'm
when
sure
they
they
send
are.
it. It's true. I am most important.
I mean,
but I just I just feel bad that it's a thing. So anyway, it's October.
it's October.
The leaves are falling. Finally, come on, trees, get naked. See what I did? It's a tree. You can't be mad about that.
Oh,
You got to think about it.
I don't even have a response to that. Oh, please, people don't hate me.
I have something for you.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
Shannon is not responsible for anything that I say.
Amen to that.
I have something in the spirit of Halloween.
You do?
Okay. So, as you know, recently
Yes.
there was a sequel to the movie Beetlejuice.
Absolutely.
So, with the sequel, they had a deal with Fanta.
Okay.
Where they came out the strawberry, the pineapple. It was like the Dietz girls, Lydia Dietz, and Delia, and all the characters. But there's also a Beetlejuice Fanta.
I have seen a case of that.
So you've seen it.
Yep.
Have you tried it?
No, because it has the word apple in it.
Yes. So it is a haunted apple Fanta. I made a drink out of this at the bar, which everyone that's tried it has said good things. And it wasn't directly in front of my face. So I believe them that they weren't just trying to, first of all, it's Beetlejuice. He's a weird guy. So it's not supposed to be an entirely pleasant drink.
Correct.
But this is unique. There's been no Fanta like this before.
Correct.
So prior to trying it, I had read online that some people described it like when they tasted it, it tasted like they were drinking a themed candle.
Oh, this sounds enjoyable.
My friend Paul tried it, and he said it tastes like walking into a Hallmark store. So I'm going to ask you to try this drink.
Oh, I can't wait. On camera.
And yeah, I want to know.
Oh, it's actually cold at least.
Oh yeah, it was in the.
Okay,
it was in
for the
fridge.
record, it is neon green.
Oh yes. Oh
Like-
yes. Yeah.
It smells like
You need to take there's no sipping here.
it smells like apple cider
Listen,
meets
it's one of the greatest
a
things
cinnamon stick.
to happen in 2024.
This is gonna taste so bad. I'm warning you. Oh, it's like a fall festival candle met apple cider at a party and got put into a can.
Yeah?
It burns all the way down.
Does it?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Fanta, but I will stick with orange.
I don't think that they're going to stick around forever.
I think that's horrendous.
Well, you listen.
like I can still taste it. It's like
Yeah.
it's you know what probably people do say it tastes like?
What?
Because now that it's sat there for a while.
Yeah.
Remember, well, they still exist, I think. The caramel apple suckers.
Yes. I do remember
It's kind of
that.
what that's like, but
Okay.
even more intense.
Nice. Yes. I get that. I totally
But it
get
kind of
that.
has like a dirt taste at the end. Here.
That must be the haunted part of the haunted apple.
Enjoy. I'm taking a drink of my flavored water now.
Can we I bet
Oh my gracious.
so people could see it here. Yeah, we'll do here, hand me this.
You can.
Here we go. So just so people can see. Oh, those are my keys. We use these cups all the time.
Uh-huh.
Just so people can see it. We'll show the green.
It's so bad. It's like it looks like the slime ghost from Ghostbusters.
It kind of does. It's
It
almost
does.
which was interesting because when they did the Ghostbusters drink, do you remember the Ecto cooler?
The ecto. Now those are good.
Oh, of course they were good.
That
but-
is not good. Google
So
that.
anyway, happy almost Halloween. We're gonna work our way up to it. Yeah. No, that's gonna sit with you the rest of the day.
It
and
is
I'm
gonna.
just- I'm
This is
little
not
happy
such a
about
good
it.
Monday right in my mouth right now. But
Hey, listen, whatever I can do to help Fanta's sales, I'm happy to do that.
so
Yes.
turnaround is fair play, and we started this last week.
What?
Little trivia October.
Oh, more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
10 questions this time.
Nope. I only got 5. It's 5 a
Jeez.
week. I mean,
All
we gotta pace ourselves.
All right.
But these aren't all like Halloween. These are more October. So
Oh, yeah.
we're going to test your October.
Lay it on me.
In October of 1974 in America, which fast food restaurant opened its doors for the first times?
October of 1974, the fast food restaurant that opened its doors was. How common is it?
It is so common.
So it's a fast food restaurant. Mm-hmm. It's got to be McDonald's.
It is McDonald's.
Yep. Did you watch The Founder?
No.
Okay, it's a movie about the inception creation of McDonald's. Michael Keaton is in it.
Okay. Okay,
That's
great.
Michael Keaton.
I don't think Michael Keaton is
It's
endorsing
showtime.
that pop, just to be clear.
No, I mean, it's showtime.
It's showtime.
Also, I'm Batman.
It's so bad.
You're welcome.
Okay.
So I nailed that one.
You did.
Next question.
Bonus 1 point for you.
Thank you.
In the month of October,
Yeah.
more presidents have done this.
Died.
Wrong. Been born, opposite of died.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I thought it was
So what sign is that? because that's like
Le-
if you're into that sort of thing, that means you could potentially be more successful if that's
My
your
brain,
sign, right?
what was 9 months before October?
Oh yeah, that's yeah. I don't know. I can't do that.
Like,
What is it?
Like Valentine's Day?
Is it? What's
Like-
happening?
Could be early.
First of all, when do you know that meme or the GIF where it's like I think it's like Sarah Paulson and all these numbers are floating around and
Yeah.
she just looks confused. That's what happens when I hear math. Fun fact about all of our presidents: they were all preemie babies.
I don't know. I don't have that fact.
They were born a month early.
A lot of them have been born in October, though. Okay.
All right, let's
now
go.
we're going to test some more knowledge of you.
I like that.
What kind of moon can you expect to see in October?
That's no moon. It's a space station. What kind of moon?
What kind of
You
moon?
can see clearly. It is a crescent moon. It is a full moon. It is a gnarly. I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
How about a harvest moon?
Harvest moon. That makes
Like
sense.
as you harvest crops, there's a
no,
harvest moon.
I don't. No, I don't have anything
City
to
kid.
do with that.
City kid right there.
Yeah. No. Proud
That's
of
right
it.
there.
All right. So I missed that one.
Okay, now we're into your genre of
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah.
The Beatles. I know. Who doesn't love the Beatles?
Yeah.
First single was, do you know that?
Love Me Do.
Love Me Do. Was
How
released.
did I know that? I don't
Was
even like
released
that.
because that sounds great.
I was just thinking of one that sounded like an early sound.
The Beatles' first single, Love Me Do,
Yeah.
was released on October 5th of what year?
Oh. Love Me Do came out in 19. I know what I wanted to say, but I'm gonna say 1966.
Close.
What was it?
1962.
Oh, I
Little
was
earlier.
gonna say 5.
Yeah,
So I would have been
62.
even closer.
1962. Okay.
Wow.
Here's your Disney trivia.
Love,
'Cause you're so-
love me do.
It's a
You
great
know,
song.
it
great
really does sound like an early one.
it is
That's
an
why
early
I
song.
went for
Since
it.
it is their first single.
Yeah.
Which did little surprise me that it was their first single. But
First of all, if my friend Paul, who I've mentioned twice now in
I
this
know.
podcast,
Shout out to Paul
Shout
today.
out. He is a huge Beatles fan,
love the Beatles.
and the fact that I pulled that out of
I'm kind of impressed because I
Wherever.
really thought you'd probably go with "We All Live in a Yellow Submarine" because that's
no,
just
and I don't
popular.
even like that era of the Beatles. I'm not.
It is a
first
cool-
of,
it's
first
a
of all,
cool
I don't even really like the Beatles that much. But as far as like eras, I don't like that. I just don't.
How can you not like the Beatles?
I don't dislike them, and I appreciate them for what they did. I like Paul McCartney. I like John Lennon. Like I get it, but I wasn't immersed in
Okay,
it.
but let's go to album covers.
Sure.
The Yellow Submarine album cover is
Yeah.
pretty.
No, I would say Abbey Road is probably
Oh, that one
the
is
the
good
most
too.
famous.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe, and I can picture like Revolver.
Okay,
Next question.
the final question.
Yeah.
Disney
Oh, sure.
Fantasia
Yeah.
was re-released on October 5th, 1990.
Yeah.
How many theaters showed it?
Oh. This seems like nobody would know this.
It was a yeah, I had to give you a hard one.
Yeah.
To
How many theaters? Was it a nationwide release?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a higher number.
it was a higher number than I anticipated.
Okay. First of all, how many theaters were there? That's what I need to know.
I don't
so
know in
I
1990. I
need-
did not Google search that for you.
Alexa, in 1990, how many theaters existed? Here's your answer. I'm gonna say, is it a unique number? Is it kind of like a funny number?
It's not a like 250 or a 1,000.
It's lower than that. It's lower than 250.
Nope.
Or are you saying that those were like nice round
Like,
numbers?
Nice round numbers. It's not a nice round number.
667 theaters. How'd I do?
Little high.
Little high?
481.
481. All right. Not bad. Not bad.
I know.
May I say though?
You may.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put this out there. That was a bad question because there's so many different options, and like there was no chance. There's no chance. You should have given me multiple choice.
Oh, well, I could have.
Next,
But that makes it
next
no fun.
time multiple choice.
It makes it no fun.
But I mean, like I was thinking that maybe it would be like a ridiculous number.
I honestly
like
thought
they
it'd
put
be
it
a
out at
really-
like 5 theaters across the nation.
I thought it was
or
going to be a
something.
really low number. Like,
But Disney-
it was shown in one place in every state.
1990 though, like Disney got to make that money. Am I
It was
right?
a re-release, and
Was that-
actually, I just went to see Fantasia last year at the Varsity Theater in Des Moines. They showed it again.
Yeah, they're like, well, let's get Mickey back out here. He needs to be. We need the Sorcerer's Apprentice. We need people to remember.
You need dancing.
That's what we
brooms.
need. All right, next time I'm bringing you. You can bring me questions, but I'm bringing.
I
you
was all
questions.
prepared.
It's
For the
gonna be
record,
good.
he said last week that I don't let him ask questions, and I was fully anticipating that you were going to walk in today and not make me drink a wonderful flavored Fanta.
Don't you prefer that though?
Yep.
Honestly.
And you were going to ask me some hard,
Yeah.
earth-shattering question.
Yeah. No. I'm gonna save them for next time. Next time, guys.
There's gals that watch too, so gals.
No.
be warned.
That's not
Guys
what
and
that
gals.
means.
Peeps. You can just call them peeps. Hey, peeps.
I will literally never do that. Listen, everyone, you just wait. Next week, oh my gosh,
I can't wait.
it's gonna be great. Is there something like? It seems like you've been eyeballing this chair. Are you trying to kick me out of this room?
I might be. And it might happen really soon. And for those that love to hear me talk more than Lance, stay tuned for the second part of this episode.
Please comment below on who you want to hear talk.
But come back. We're going to be back soon after, I'm sure, a wonderfully great commercial.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
And we're going to have some special guests here to talk about a theater production that you can see right here in Story City in the month of October.
I like that.
I think we all will like it.
And when you're at the show, go to concessions and get your.
And I will guarantee that will not be at the concessions.
No?
No. Hard pass.
Seconds.
Nope.
All
Gonna
right.
pass on that one.
All right.
All
well,
right.
we will be. Well, she'll be back.
I'll be back.
Bye.
See ya.
What's the difference between a little fun and a lot?
At last, move back. Definitely Doritos transform. Back door, definitely Doritos. Doritos. Time flies, white lies, takes two. Says who? Definitely. All right. Why not? Big shot Doritos.
So, nacho cheese Doritos brand tortilla chips. Definitely.
Okay. Well, welcome back, everybody. We have some new guests in here on this lovely Monday morning. So we have a couple of wonderful Story City ladies from the show that is coming up at the end of the month called Church Basement Ladies. So to kick it off, I'm going to just let you say a little about who you are and what role you do play in the show. So we'll start with you, Denise.
So I'm Denise Carlson. I've lived in Story City a really long time and have been part of Judge Stories for a long time as well. And in this show, I get to play Mavis, and she's really quite wonderful.
Love it. We'll hear a little bit more about Mavis here coming up. And then Allison, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and then what role you do play in the show?
Sure. I'm Allison Potratz, and I have been back in Story City for the second time for 6 years now. And my husband and I are pastors at Emmanuel Lutheran Church, and I play Karen Engelson in Church Basement Ladies.
All right. So I got to ask the question, being a pastor, how much has it helped you in your role as a church basement lady?
Yes. I feel like I'm already being who I am because I do a lot in the church basement at our church. We make lefse and krumkaka and kringla, and we eat that all regularly in our church basement. So I feel like I'm just transported to a different time.
And I feel that's probably the same for you, Denise, as being part of Grace United Methodist. kind of the same traditions there.
Sure, lots of meals happen in the church basement. The women's group makes potato cakes for Scandinavian Days. So yes, we have connections to the church basement.
Connections. That is great. So I'll have you both, you're two of a cast of 5, correct? Why don't you tell us a little bit about your counterparts in the show? So the other 3 that you get to do this wonderful.
Well, I think Grant, taking this on, had a true vision for what he wanted this to look like and be like and sound like. And he has spent hours and hours and hours shopping at thrift stores to find just the right costumes and just the right props. And so I think he gets a big round of applause for all of that.
I've heard that about him, so we'll give him one. Yeah. So how about the other 3 cast members and what their roles are in that?
Sure. We have 3 other cast members. We have a pastor, and then 2 other ladies that join us in the kitchen. One of them is my daughter, Signe, and then there is Mrs. Snewstad, who is like the matriarch of the church and the traditions of the kitchen, too. So I am the peacemaker in the kitchen, and I like to keep things calm between Signe, who lives in the cities and goes to the university and likes change, versus Mrs. Snewstad, who is very traditional, likes things the way they are, does not like change in the church, doesn't like that they've changed the hymnals, thinks they need real potatoes in their lefse, and just I try to keep them from fighting.
Okay. So primarily the scene is in the church basement. Is that correct?
In the kitchen.
In the kitchen of the church basement. So that's really the scene for the show. But what's a favorite line from the show from each of you? And it might not be your line, but a line in the show. And I'm putting you kind of on the spot here.
My husband says my best line is oofda fida weeda.
Okay.
That gives you a little hint what this might be like, right?
I mean, totally. I think that's great. Allison, how about for you? Do you have a favorite line?
My favorite line is also a line of Mavis's, which is, "The pigs like it plain, it keeps them regular."
Oh, there.
Which you can learn more about that. It comes up just a couple times throughout the show.
That is awesome.
Yes.
So talking about the show, it is happening the end of October, correct? Dates are?
October 31st, November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Right. And Thursday through Saturday, the show's at 7 p.m., correct? Mm-hmm. And then Sunday at 1:30. So we can all go to church first.
Yep.
And then move to the basement. And the show is being held at the community
center. Yes.
Yep. Awesome. Or as other people know, at the Sons of Norway.
That's
Depends
what I was
on
going to say,
I was going to
yes.
say depends on which age demographic we are. So the Sons of Norway Community Center. So, and I've heard a little rumor that maybe, tickets just went on sale last week.
Yes.
But like Thursday might already be half sold out.
Ooh, that's
So
fantastic.
surprise
That's
to
great.
you girls.
Yes.
A little birdie told me that before I walked in here today to record this. So why don't you just tell us a little bit about the show in general, of like what it's like to be in a cast? Let's start with that. What's it like to be a cast member of anybody that's never got to be on a theater production?
I've never been in a show that has this small of a cast, so this is something new for me. But I think no matter what Judge Story show you might be in, you end up making some lifelong friends. Because you're together so much and you bond over things. And I haven't been in Judge Story's show for a long time, but I feel like the people that are involved in Judge Story now are my friends. Like I've known them my entire life. So it's a pretty great place to be.
Awesome. How about for you, Allison?
Yeah, so the past 2 shows I've done with The Sound of Music and Shrek, they were all really big shows, and I had little parts that would pop in throughout the whole show. Whereas this time, I'm on stage pretty much the whole time. We all are. So we spend a lot of time together with 4 practices each week, and you just really develop friendships and you laugh and come up with inside jokes, and you just really enjoy each other's company. And I just think it's been a blast. It's been really fun to make friends.
So for somebody that knows nothing about the show Church Basement Ladies, give them a 30-second elevator speech about what they can expect when they come to the show?
I think it's about life in the 60s with a group of Lutheran women that keep their church running.
Perfect elevator speech. Anything to add, Allison?
Yes. So coming from the church background where as a pastor I have helped people through change in the church and conflict in the church, what you see and experience through Church Basement Ladies is a reality in the church today where there are people who love tradition and there are people who love change, and it can cause conflict in the church, and we definitely see that happening in Church Basement Ladies. So I think a lot of people will relate to that and also laugh at it at the same time. It is a very funny show in many, many different ways.
Awesome. So once again, the shows are October 31st, November 1st, November 2nd, and November 3rd. The Thursday through Saturday are at 7 p.m. The Sunday is at 1:30. We're going to close, if you will, and I'm putting you totally on the spot because it's a Monday morning here. Just let us know, like, I know I asked you for your favorite line, but give us a little scenario or a little, if you have lines that go back and forth.
So they're talking about Karin and Signe and the wedding and the whole thing. And I say, well, do you know how my Gilmer proposed to me? He called me up on the party line and he said, well, how'd you like to be buried in the family plot then? And I said, I suppose.
Well, that is amazing.
I'm curious about this party line. I want to experience that.
Oh, maybe there's something that we're going to have to teach people about was what the party line was all about.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you girls coming today. I'll let you go ahead and close us out on this Monday with anything else you'd love to say to the audience here in Story City this week.
I just say don't miss the show. Make sure you get your tickets while you still can and come and join in the fun.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, I think this show is made for Story City with the Scandinavian heritage that we have. And so I would say get your tickets now and don't wait.
Perfect. We will link the tickets below in this podcast. Thanks, girls.
Thank you, Sharon.
Yep.